Hey guys, this is Tuhin here and welcome to my online watercolor tutorial. I'm gonna be giving out a few basic tips for sketching and finishing a watercolor illustration today. So for sketching, I'm going to be using graphite pencils 2B and 4B. This one is 2B right here and this one is 4B. So for sketching, we're going to be holding the pencil really light first of all. So what we need to know about sketching is that we start from the lighter shades and go to the darker shades. So while sketching, you can hold the pencil in different ways. First of all, you can hold them right near the tip or leave a little more space, and gradually you can keep going towards farther away from the tip. So it makes a difference while sketching because you're gonna keep your palm on the paper, and if you're holding the pencil near the tip, you're gonna find the reach to a smaller area of paper. Now you can keep adjusting, holding your pencil to cover a larger area on the paper. And while covering a larger area, you can try keeping your finger as a rest to rest your hand on the sheet. Always start off with a lighter shade, and then when you find the exact shape you're looking for, you can darken the outline to get a proper background. Don't try to rest your hand totally onto the paper and try to keep it free to move around the page a little bit. So I'm going to be starting off with drawing the basic sketch for today. I'm going to be drawing the reference line first with freehand hand movements, and then try to draw a freehand circle around this reference line. You're gonna keep in mind that probably it's not too easy to get geometrical shapes with freehand movements. So keep trying to get longer strokes curved at the edges. So as you can see, I haven't gotten an exact circle in the first try, but I have got a fusion of lines right there. When I'm ready with my shape, I'm going to use that as my background. So holding the pencil a little farther away from the tip actually gives us more control over creating larger shapes. Try to start off the sketch with very light lines instead of darker ones. The advantage of working with lighter lines is that you can go back to it and try to readjust whenever you think you're going a little out of place. The paper I'm using here is handmade textured for watercolor, so I'm not going to be using too dark lines because it might get smudged while using colors and plain water. So I'm just going to be drawing the figure outline here, kind of a silhouette. and we'll try to fill colors according to that. So when you started getting your shapes properly, you can start darkening the lines here. So you can notice that whenever I'm trying to draw in a larger area, I'm holding the pencil really far away from the tip to get a little more control over the lines that I'm going to draw. That's our sketch finished, and I'm going to be starting the painting within this circle here, and I'll use the washes to portray this figure with the umbrella. So let's begin with the painting. So for the base wash, I'm going to use the flat brush number 12, and I'm going to start wetting the sheet, keeping the circle as the boundary. Just because this is a textured sheet, I am going to be concentrating more on wetting the sheet properly, because the texture has to take the water inside. I'm going to start with adding Gamboge hue. Adding a little bit of yellow ochre to it. You can actually keep on adding random colors while the paper is wet. I'm adding a little bit of cobalt blue here, which doesn't really go with yellow, but still I am assuming that it will give me a good wash because the paper is wet. Adding a little bit of crimson, lake and Prussian blue. And you can see that the water is giving me a good mix of these different colors. I'm just going to be deciding where to use them. I want to keep the gown portion kind of flowy and hazy, so I'm going to be adding the darker colors and just let them mix together. Just ending with thin strokes of colors around the edge. And I'm going to rinse off a little bit of color. Now I'm going to use this round tip, a little thinner brush, to add little more darker details in the picture while the area is still completely wet. Adding a little bit of strokes of burnt sienna to give the skin color. The paper being wet, these dark colors, the blend is coming really nice. Adding a little darker details around the waist. and the clothes. And I'm going to add a bit of touch of sap green towards the left side of the umbrella. I'm not keeping a kind of a monochrome here and adding different kind of colors. So red and green are almost opposite colors, but they're kind of going well. Try to make most of the use of the first base wash, because the blends are going to come there and then you're just going to add the details later. So now we are done with the base wash and we are going to let it dry, and we are going to continue adding the details later on. So our base wash is dry right now, and I'm going to start adding only the necessary details to bring out the silhouette of the figure and the umbrella and the gown. So as I was thinking about giving the gown a windy and kind of fadey look, I'm going to keep the details concentrated on the top part of the body and the umbrella, and I'll rinse off the colors toward the lower part of the circle. I'm going to use the round tip number 10 brush and round tip number 6 brush. So as my light source is on the right hand side of the circle, my shadows will be on the left. I'm gonna start here with adding burnt sienna for giving the shadows of the skin. Start adding a little bit of Prussian blue towards the lower area where the gown starts. Just keep in mind of touching up the smaller details, because all we need to bring out is the silhouette of the woman. Now as we start the gown area, I am going to be doing some longer strokes, taking a mix of cobalt blue and crimson lake. All you have to do here is keep a rhythm while using your brush strokes. Adding a few details in the umbrella. Giving a bit of shadows on the left portion. So after we have done the necessary details, we are just going to leave it like that, let it dry a bit. So that is how the finished painting is going to look. I hope you guys had fun watching this video and learned some tricks about sketching and watercolor. Like, share and subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for more of my classes.